Welcome back to Vigor. It is your boy, Stealth Jet, leader of the JSS. At the time of this recording, it should be Saturday. Not time of this recording. At the time of you seeing this video, it should be Saturday. So I'm live in 1 hour. Not on YouTube, okay? Not on YouTube, but on Twitch. You can follow me, twitch.tv/JetKiller80W. There's a Twitch link in the comment section. Also, I'll tell you when I'm going live. It'll say I'm going live now or I'm going live in 1 hour. Okay? Just so you know, I stream at 3 o'clock p.m. EST today. But if you live in a different time zone and you can't catch me live, that's cool. Because that YouTube channel right there, that's where you should subscribe to catch the stream once it is done. Okay? So do me a favor, follow me on Twitch and subscribe to that YouTube channel. That way, you'll have no excuse of being like, damn, Jet ain't uploaded anything. Well, if you subscribe to the second channel, you will literally have something new every 3 hours maybe. It may not be Vigor, but it's something you can watch while you sit down and eat your, honey barbecue wings, all flats, with seasoned fries. I'm sorry if I made y'all hungry. But anyways, damn, we coming back onto dark field hunting, night field hunting. And y'all know how I feel about this map. The map itself isn't hard. It's just the amount of hostile bushes and hostile trees that make it hard. You know what I'm saying? Because you will always encounter one of them in every single match you go to. Because when players fear something, in this case, the game, they don't move at all. So, let's start off the game by being stealthy and quiet for now. What I find funny is that dude came rushing out the helicopter like a train coming out of a tunnel and still shot at old boy with his PPSH, and he didn't register in his head that he was shooting a corpse. And like maybe the body was still moving as he was coming out the helicopter, so that's why he shot so much. But he was about to go on a rampage. Did y'all seen how he just jumped out there and just started blasting on some Black Air Force One energy? It was kind of funny, I ain't gonna lie to you. I kind of laughed whenever I seen that shit happen in real time. But, well, he's dead. And I don't have his PPSH on me right now. But later on in the video, I'm gonna go back and get it. Because, materials and whatnot. But y'all know me. I like to play with people's heads. And especially on this maps, people's heads are really easy to play with. Because on this map, number one, there is no cover besides the occasional rock. And number two, if you hide, you won't be seen. You won't be seen until you want to be seen. Or in this case, heard. Because you're firing your Thompson or grease gun while you're in a bush. So what I'm going to do is prey upon the last second meta. And I believe this may be an explanation video. So if you don't know how I play the game, then sit back, relax, and put on some hot cocoa. The last second meta is when everybody does not do a single damn thing and tries to wait everybody else out. So what ends up happening is the equivalent of everybody in a car meet sees a state trooper on the other side of the parking lot and nobody wants to move. But that state trooper is radiation, and if you don't move, he's gonna call on his buddies anyway and pull you over while you're sitting still. So basically, what I'm telling you is, everybody tries to wait everybody else out, and it ends up becoming one big stale match where you don't hear anything until the very end when people actually start moving because they think they waited everybody else out, and then you start hearing gunshots. That is the last second meta. And what other objective is there to accomplish during the last second meta rather than going for an airdrop? And so, I'm going to prey upon that. By using one of my favorite features of this game, I know there is not a lot I like about this game, but boy, do I love me radiation grenade. So I'm going to take this radiation grenade, I'm going to throw it where the airdrop is going to land. And I know where it's going to land because I relocated said airdrop. So once that happens, you feel me, I can run away and actually attempt to play the game. And if you see me looking up at a certain spot and running around in circles, it's because I think I was spotted. Like homeboy right there on that ridge. If you don't see him, then I don't know what to tell you. He's right there. See that? So watch what I do. I take cover in this little shelter right here and then run out because I had seen that he ducked behind a ridge. I'm not safe because he can still use his third person camera to see me, but he's going to know where I'm at now. Because if he didn't hear that, he's not wearing headphones. And I'm going to go ahead and assume that he is. Notice how I stick to the low ground here? Because if you stick to the low ground, it kind of lowers your chance, no pun intended, it lowers your chance of being spotted. Think about it like this. Oh, somebody else is back there too. If you're running against ground, the ground is green and brown and pretty much dark colors. But if you run on a ridge, like how that guy just did, and your background is literally the sky, good luck trying to hide. And you seen, because he got up and he ran on a ridge, I knew where he was at. You feel me? Before you ask, am I going to pick up that phone? Because I've been on a phone spree recently. No, I'm not. I'm not. Because chances are, that phone duel is a somebody in a bush. I guarantee you. Or they could be in the corner of a cavern waiting for me to come around the corner. Players will get really sneaky on this damn map. You seen that glint just now? Yeah. That's why I'm prone. Because all it takes is for him to scope in real quick and notice any kind of movement. Because in this game, nothing moves but people. And then I'm getting shot at by potentially an M82, I believe. I could be wrong. If not an M82, then an S82. So once I made it down the hill a little bit, glint again, and some more shots. And that sounds like an S82. Now if it was daytime, I would kind of go over there and stalk a little bit. But seeing how it is nighttime, I don't know whoever else is around there. But that's a berry though. And that berry is mad accurate. If he didn't headshot him, I don't know what to tell you. Homeboy can't aim. Alright. So we're up here now. And we hear some more shots near the detector. And I want y'all to notice something. The detector is on the other side of the crashed helicopter. Did you hear how the sounds played out? Listen to me now. We heard nothing, then the detector, and immediately after gunshots. Like, immediately afterwards. What does that tell you? Somebody was camping the detector, and they shot at the guy about to use the detector. And this is why I despise this map a little bit. Because it's so dark, people think that bushes are houses, and they can sit in them and watch a certain area. I guarantee you, if I were to die right now, which I'm not, but if I were to die right now, I would find minimum 2 people in a bush, if not prone somewhere. Guarantee you. But There's always signs of people still here, though. You just will never see them. Ever. Now, if you're looking at that mortar strike and thinking, hey, there's somebody there. You're halfway right. Halfway. There's somebodies there. It takes one person to call in a mortar strike, and it takes another person to get hit by said mortar strike. One person sees another person, that's how a gunfight occurs. Although, and finally enough, it's been on this exact same area. Somebody had two different weapons, and they baited me out into coming and try to find the two different people, to only find it's one person with two different weapons. It was like a VZ-58 and an MG-V-176. They fired both of them in the air, simulating that there's a gunfight, and I got killed. I think I streamed that too, actually. But yeah. So if you're wondering what I'm doing right here, it's really easy to hide in the dirt, because the dirt is, what's the word? Hard to, what's the word I'm looking for? Distinguish a person in front of dirt. But, and devs, if you patch this, I'm going to be upset. You can't hide against a bright green ass circle. What I'm telling you is, if you know somebody's down there and you lost track of them, pull out your mortar strike and aim with it. Don't aim directly at them, but put the circle, or the circumference of said circle, behind where you think homeboy is at. If they're not prone, which 80% of the time they are, if they're not prone, you can catch them. It may not be an easy shot, but you can at least catch a glimpse of them. Unless they run up a ridge like how you just seen no boy did that I pinged. And it's great that I ping people because sometimes y'all don't see shit, but I do. So, you know, hooray for that. So somebody's are back there, but the action has died down. And I don't want to sit in one spot for long, especially when that detector is right there in front of me. Yes, it is right there in front of me and it's beneath me, but it's going to be really hard to spot the guy who's down there. So I'm going to leave my transmitter to do the work, and I'm going to come back up here. And I'm coming back up here because, again, the last second meta. We have heard some gunshots earlier in the match, but there's always that one person who will wait until they're halfway dead due to radiation and then go for an airdrop. That's what I'm betting on right now. So, the timer's ticking everybody's life away right now. The game is basically saying, get the fuck out, or be the first person at your own funeral. And that's what I'm waiting for. Am I participating in the last second meta? I want to say no, because I actually did shit this encounter. But I'm waiting because I am the anti-last second meta. I'm more like the first minute meta. I'm going to try to get everything done as soon as possible, and then watch how the match unfolds. But, as you can clearly see, that airdrop is still on the ground, and the reason why I'm up here like this is because those two guys that we seen, well, one guy that we seen with his glint, and another guy that was shooting back at him, they could be alive. They could have just ran away from each other and tried to reset the engagement on each other, and it didn't work out. That could be the case, but like I said, I know for a fact someone's still here, and there you go. Now, why is he using the detector? Well, he wants to make sure he has a clear path to the airdrop before he leaves. Right? The whole point of using the detector is to see either who all is left or who all is nearby. That's the entire point of the detector, right? The entire point. So, radiation's already on me, and I'm like, you know what? This ain't even worth it, bro. There are plenty of better maps and plenty of potentially better games I can have rather than sit here and wait for this one head-ass person to go for said airdrop. So I'm going to take myself and exit out the cavern. But like I said, Outlanders when they're really afraid, will do some really head ass shit. So I'm going to keep my LED 6 out and pray that there's nobody behind this doorway. And sure enough, there isn't. So I'm going to loot this dresser, loot that toolbox, and I'm going to head into this exit. But, as you can see, that barred house is right there, so somebody could be in there for the entire match. I've seen it happen. Somebody opened a barred house and sat in there for the entire match, then opened the safe. I've seen it happen. But I'm also waiting for the dude to hit the airdrop. But he doesn't. So, I'm gonna take my leave. I know, it was a pretty solid game, but it got quiet for the rest of it. Well, I don't know what to tell you, but that's how Dark Veil comes and goes. Everybody shoots at the very beginning, and nobody shoots toward the end. Unless there's a sweat, and he clears out half the lobby, and then he leaves himself because he's out of ammunition. Because he spent a mag killing each person that he killed. Make sense? Yeah. So, I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll catch you in the next one. Until then, peace.